Hi, welcome in. If you are here, you are stepping into your highest timeline, and I'm here to help you navigate that journey. I'm just going to tap in, get a channeled message from Spirit, pull some cards. We'll go wherever the energy takes us. If at any point this message does resonate, please hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure to comment so that you claim this energy for yourself and you also add energy back to the collective. All right, let me get tapped in. Tapping in now, Spirit, to the collective's energy. Bring forth messages for their highest and greatest good. Remove me, make me a clear channel for your word. What message does the collective need in this moment, Spirit? Okay, I see you like asking somebody to come over somewhere, and you're like pointing to like a crack in something, and it's very hard to see. It's like a hairline crack, and you're like, do you see that? And the person's kind of like, no, I don't know if I see that. And then you're like, look right here, like from this angle. Like put your head here and look this way. And they do it and they're like, oh yeah, I might see something there. And you're like, that's going to be a problem. That hairline fracture, that's going to be a problem. And they're kind of like, yeah, I mean, I don't really know if it's really an issue. I don't even really know if the hairline fracture's there. And you're like, it needs more attention. And the person that you're trying to like show doesn't see it like you do, doesn't see how big of a problem it can become. And you're kind of like, we're going to want to deal with this now. And they're like, I mean, let's wait and see if it even like becomes an issue. So I'm really getting that like you're seeing a problem. You're seeing something that could end poorly, could have bad outcomes, and you're trying to show somebody like, do you see it from my perspective? Do you see that this could be something that if we don't address it now, if we let it fester, it's not going to be good? And they just don't see it like you do. They kind of maybe see like you're a worrywart, or they're wanting to kind of put their head in the sand, or they're wanting to pretend it's not there. And you're like, this is going, like, we can deal with this now or later, but it's going to be a bigger issue if we deal with it later. Okay, so let's pull some cards and see where Spirit's going with this. So what do you know isn't working? You know is a problem. You know needs to be fixed, and you would appreciate if someone else would agree, would see, but you're not really getting the support from somebody else that it's a problem. This could be in your job. This could be in your relationships. This could be in your dealings with contractors or customer service even. I'm getting like, you know, sometimes when you're like, this is a problem for me, and they're like, no, yeah, it won't be a problem, and you're like, I know that this is going to be a problem. I know that I'm going to have to call next month, but they're just kind of wanting to like get you off the phone. Yeah, somebody is wanting to ignore you, not hear you, because hearing you right now would mean more work for them right now. And they're kind of not wanting to do that work. And you're like, if you don't do that work now, it's going to be more work later. But they're just like not trying to hear that. What more for this collective, Spirit? I hope y'all are doing great. I honor you for being able to see that there's a problem and wanting to address it. Okay, so we've got quite a few cards out, and one on the floor. So The one on the floor is 8 of Wands, which means messages coming in very quickly, very fast. So you have received some type of message. This could be just the truth that's coming in about the thing that you need to fix. So you're getting downloads that like, this is an issue. This is something that I need to address. And I'm also getting that like you're trying to send these messages to other people. You're trying to communicate to other people this issue. And I get that for you, this is really real. Like this is, the King of Swords is, he knows his truth. He's going to speak his truth. He is going to go after what he knows is true. So you're not questioning whether or not this thing needs to be fixed or whether or not it's an issue. You're like, it's an issue, okay? And I'm almost getting to the point that you don't care if somebody else sees your perspective. You're going to fix this. You are going to step forward and like not let anybody else doubt that maybe, or gaslight, I'm even getting like gaslight you that that's not the problem. Okay? You're like, no. All right? And I have here the Magician, which usually means like you have all the tools you need to do this thing. So you have all the tools you need to fix this. And I'm getting that you are going to step up and take the action and speak your truth and live in your truth so that this thing can get fixed with or without the other person, okay? And I get that this 5 of Cups, this grief card, there's 3 cups spilled over and 2 cups behind him. So, and he's just focusing on his 3 cups. So what I'm hearing from Spirit is you are trying to get somebody else to see your perspective on this thing. You're trying to get somebody else to realize how much this needs to be fixed. But I'm getting that the other person is like, no, we're fine. This doesn't need to be fixed. Like they're holding on super tight to their current reality, to their current resources. Maybe this is something that's going to cost money. Maybe this is something that they just don't feel like stepping out of their comfort zone to fix this thing right now. And you are like, wow, what is it going to mean if I have to go against this other person? You don't believe that this needs fixing, and I am not dealing with these spilt cups anymore, this spilt milk that you don't think is spilt, that you don't think is a problem. And it's really, you're grieving this. You're like realizing, wow, if I speak my truth and I believe that I have all the tools that I need to make this happen, and I'm trying hard to communicate this, but this person is just kind of like, I'm just going to like hold on to what I got, and very scarcity mindset. They're not on the same page as you. Then you're like, that sucks, because I'm going to have to turn around and go towards 2 full cups, which means leaving this situation that you don't think needs to be fixed behind. Yeah. What more for this collective, Spirit? I feel like you're really getting like you've tried over and over and over again to communicate your perspective, and it is not landing. It is not landing. So you're like, okay, well, it doesn't make it any less true for me, and I don't need you to fix this. I can just fix this on my own, and it may mean me going my own way. And you can sit there in your dirty diaper, or you can sit there with this hairline fracture that's going to turn into a big problem. You can sit there with the thing that you don't think needs fixing. But I'm going to turn around and go towards my 2 new cups that are full, that are fixed, that don't need fixing. What more for this collective, Spirit? Okay, so one actually like flipped over in the deck. I know what it was. It was the 6 of Wands, yeah. But then it stayed in the deck. Okay, so I am getting that This is some type of deception. This person that wants you to not worry about this thing that needs fixing is really trying to keep you from seeing your truth, okay? They are stealing your swords, which swords are truth. They're thoughts, they're mental. They're fucking with your mind, okay? They're like, that's not a problem. This is totally gaslight energy. That's not a problem. We are fine with our 4 pentacles. And you're like, I want 10 pentacles. This is 100% like, that's not a problem. You're crazy. I'm going to like distort your truth and help make you feel like you should appreciate what we already have and not cast light on the things that need to be fixed. And I see you coming in as an emperor, which is taking your power back. And you are like, no, this is my truth, okay? And this needs fixing. I don't need you to help me fix it. And I'm done. I'm done like feeling shitty for bringing up my truth, for trying to communicate something that just isn't landing. You know what? In fact, I don't even care that we have a difference of opinion here. But I'm not going to keep trying to see your side and completely denying my truth. The emperor is my way or the highway. He's powerful. He's all 4 kings put together. You have all the confidence now in yourself and in your truth. And it may have taken a long time. You may have lived under this guise of whatever this deception is, you'll be fine. Even if this is, I'm getting that this could be a big, like a relationship that needs fixing, that somebody's just like, that doesn't need fixing, or a job, that a boss, there may be a boss that is like, you're crazy. Maybe the boss is gaslighting you and saying you're crazy, or maybe there's an emperor in your life that is gaslighting you, that's like using this deception and lack mindset to control you, okay? But what I get is like, through you trying to speak your truth and trying to communicate these messages and them not landing, that is what's made you realize like, okay, I'm going to take action on my truth. I'm going to live in my truth. I actually don't need you to see my perspective. And when you take this shift, I'm getting like, when you see, the King of Swords sees things for what they are. This sword cuts through this illusion, this dictatorship, and says, I don't need you. I don't need you. I have everything I ever needed to manifest myself. I was just trying to help you see so that we could come to like an amicable agreement. This could even be like a cell phone company that you're dealing with, right? And they're just like, oh, well, your bill's supposed to be that way. And you feel like you're beholden to them because you need to, and they're trying to like, oh yeah, I mean, those fees are just this. Like, it might be something like that, like where you're just like, dude, you're screwing me over, okay? And what I realize is I don't even need you. I tried to communicate that I've been a loyal customer for a long time. I've tried to communicate that I've been a loyal employee, like I'm a good person, and I've tried to communicate my needs, and you're not hearing them. You're trying to like operate from this old, like, you need me, and like deception and lack mindset, and you're stuck with me type bullshit. And you're like, well, that really sucks because I can't live with that anymore. I'm going to turn around and see these 2 cups. And I get that as you do that, you are victorious. This is success and victory. This is also fame and recognition. So I'm getting like, what I'm really getting is you are recognizing you. You are like, oh, you know what? I have been trying to communicate very, very much with a brick wall. And who really has not been hearing me? Me. I'm not listening to myself because I've put myself in these situations where I don't feel heard. So you know what? I'm going to start listening to myself. And I'm going to take everything I need, all the tools that I have to just, I'm getting like break up with scarcity mindset, or go your own way. Go get this thing fixed with or without that other person. They don't matter anymore. You can do it yourself. And you can be victorious in that. And you'll feel validated in that. And you'll feel like, see, I told you, I was trying to communicate this. This was my truth. And you're going to go and you're going to do it. Eight of Wands, this is action and fire. This is action and fire. So you're going to take action and you're going to be victorious in fixing this with or without that other person. And I get the strength card. So Spirit's saying you have all the strength you need to do this. With the Magician, this is like you really have everything you need to do this, and you're going to be victorious. So don't, you're just like, you're seeing the truth. You're seeing like this person that just will not see your perspective. And you're like, fine, you don't need to see my perspective. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to do it myself. All right. Anything more for this collective, Spirit? Final words here. Final advice. Okay. So yeah, I get the King of Wands. So this is you taking bold action, not caring anymore who understands your point of view, who sees your perspective. You're just unapologetically you. You are bold. You take action. You don't question yourself. You don't question, can I do this? Do we have enough money? Am I sure this is a problem? What about this dictator that's telling me that I don't need to worry about that? No. I'm taking bold action because I know my truth, okay? And I'm not living under that guise anymore. This King of Swords has completely cut through that illusion. And yes, you're going to be victorious in this. And I'm getting that this is going to lead to your happily ever after. Whatever this thing is that needs fixing, that you have tried to communicate this and it hasn't landed, it is blocking your happily ever after. 10 of Cups is your ultimate happiness, your happy family, your happy life, the thing that we all dream of, feeling fulfilled, feeling valued, feeling like a family that values you, your happy day, your love running over for you and everyone in your family and in your community. So I'm getting that whatever this thing is that you're saying, this needs fixing, and someone isn't listening to you or you haven't been heard, I'm getting that you taking, whatever that thing is blocking your ultimate happiness, blocking you being able to fill your cup and feel your happily ever after. So I'm really getting, once you take the bold action that is aligned with your truth, and you make it happen, not only are you victorious, not only do you come out on top, but it leads to your ultimate happily ever after. And it is the moment, it is the turning point for you to go away from this illusion, deceit, confusion, lack mindset that you've been stuck in. That's the message. The lighthouse can show you the shore, but you still need to steer the ship. If any of that resonated or you just want to claim it, then comment below, like, subscribe, and until next message.